Sometimes I watch this YouTube video. Anybody know the Jim Valvano story? If you're a college basketball fan, you know Jimmy V. But you can go on YouTube and you can watch his presentation at the ESPY Awards 4 months before he passed away. And the biggest thing he said was, every day you need to put yourself into deep thought, you need to laugh, and you need to cry. And that's a full day. So I'm going to try and end that way. I'll start out with a laugh. We talked about stories on the run, and there are many. For the last couple of years on the national run, I befriended a couple guys from South Carolina. One's a retired Marine, one served in the Navy. We're sitting around in the hotel at night, just telling stories, you know, funny, sad, whatever. And George, the Navy guy, he just doesn't talk. All day long, he doesn't say 20 words. He just rides his bike and absorbs everything going on around him. So this went on for quite a while, just telling stories, and George sitting there smoking his cigar, drinking his beer. And I said, George, you must have a story. He goes, well, one time we did a burial at sea, and the casket didn't sink, so we started shooting holes in it. That was all he said. That was, he went back to smoking a cigar. You never know what you're going to run into. I guess it's not a sad story. We all have stories of why we continue to do this. And I don't know the time, date. I was in a ditch, laying pipe out in the middle of nowhere like I did for my whole life, and my cell phone rang. Some of you have heard this story, but it bears repeating. My cell phone rang, and it was a young man, didn't know his name, didn't remember his name. And he said, I'm in the VA in Toma in the PTSD lockdown, and my family needs help. Okay, he says, I got a wife, a 3-month-old baby in Milwaukee. I said, okay, I'll make some calls and we'll do what we can do. So I called some people I knew in District 4 or 5. I know they had a diaper drive for this infant. They had a food drive. You know, I got the contact information for the wife, and they took care of her. And the scariest part was, is before we hung up, I said, if you don't mind me asking, how did you get my cell number? And he said, well, it's written on the wall right here. And he says, if you want to get shit done, call this guy. That made me very humble and very scared at the same time. So, maybe a year or two later, I was asked to speak at Veterans Day at Viola High School.